Good morning, everyone. So, as of the recording of this video, which you'll see in the corner down here, May 15th, with the revised guidelines that have been placed by Governor DeWine and, of course, by the CDC, we have removed the mask mandate for Computer Garage. However, we will still leave the plastic up for about another week because we do have one person who is not fully vaccinated yet. So, just out of an abundance of caution, that person gets their second shot on Friday. So that's probably when the plastic will come down, and it will be nice for the plastic to come down. But yeah, as of right now, you want to come in not wearing a mask. According to guidelines, if you're fully vaccinated, yada yada yada. If you're not vaccinated, you're supposed to wear a mask. Again, I can't ask you. I can't ask you to prove it. I can't ask you not to prove it. So, please, use your best judgment. So, anyways, yes, mask mandate for Computer Garage has been removed. So, in other news, though, been a very slow couple of weeks, but I figured that's probably going to be the case this time of the year because everyone's trying to do everything else. Of course, with our things that went on earlier this month and the ending of April and the beginning of this month just really threw everything out of whack. So we are fully open, obviously. Drop boxes are available in Norwalk and Sandusky, just to remind people. Our new drop boxes in the shop, I have not posted any photos of them yet. But a couple people have come in and looked. They all seem to like it so far. It's just a matter of putting in the new security systems for those and so on and so forth. I've already got the tablet set up for that to work. The vending machine for ink works great for if it accepts one bill, whether it be a 20, a 10, or a 5, or a 1. So I got to figure out how to get it to accept multiple bills. Still don't have the credit card system applied to it yet because, well, that's kind of spendy at the moment, but I will get that, and then we'll get the inventory in it, and that will be ready to go at least in store. Once we are happy with it, then we will look about buying another one and deploying it somewhere in Clyde. A couple of different options to look at there. Just got to find the right people who will be willing to accept a vending machine. I'm not asking for floor space for free because that's just not who I am. So if I put a vending machine in your store or in your business, I expect to, compensate the owner for that floor space. It's just a given. So I don't expect that to be free. Although if you want to throw me a freebie for 1 or 2 months, I would greatly appreciate it. Get the word out. But yeah, it's not required. So other news. Let's talk about virtual machines. I've got a couple of new clients using virtual machines here in the shop. It seems to be working very well for them. One is coming from South Africa who is doing virtual work for one client, and for the same client I've got one coming from the Philippines, and it seems to be working very well. I've been promoting virtual machines and virtual computers for years, just haven't been able to really get too many people interested in it. I've got past videos on how to set them up and so on and so forth, but I've now got 2 live people running off of one machine. It is interesting to watch because I have them set up on a dedicated machine. It is interesting to watch them do their work. 2 different mice moving in 2 different locations, and different files opening and closing and stuff like that. So it's always interesting to watch. But yeah, virtual machines are nice. We do offer that service. So if you have a need for remote employees or virtual employees who need to, have access to your system, but you don't want them to have direct access into your business, obviously we can host it. It's not a problem. So in this particular case, they've been running now for 2 weeks They're still doing training and so on and so forth. But they have been running for 2 weeks. It runs pretty well. Every once in a while is a slowdown or I have to tweak something, but for the most part, I've got everything tweaked out for them. Works great. So virtual machines, virtual computers, works really, really good, especially for the one, I believe, in the Philippines. She doesn't have a real computer. She has a Chromebook, so she's using a remote program to remote into a Windows computer, virtual machine, to do this work. So it works great for her. So yeah, we do offer that service. It is reasonable. You can either buy one outright, usually at around about $400 to buy a virtual machine, and then it is yours. Or you can rent it if you want to do a rental. Either way. So if you have that need, certainly we can do that. And of course, if you want to do work for home for employees, as long as they've got a compatible computer at work and a compatible computer at home, we can certainly set that up. I don't see, because of the pandemic, I don't really see work from home going away anytime soon. We still need physical people to run physical businesses, don't get me wrong. This is going to be, your cashiers, your stock people, businesses such myself, you need physical people to run those. But your back office people, these are your receptionists, your accountants, your payroll department, so on and so forth, who don't need to be in the office. They can be set up with, remote connections into your office, or, like I said, in this particular case, what I'm doing for this client, I've got virtual machines set up. There's two computers running on one physical machine, and the computer is capable of holding another virtual machine. So yeah, we can do that. We just need to know your system setup and so on and so forth, and do some preliminary testing, and then test it and go from there. But yeah, it's a nice thing to do. So yeah, virtual machines, virtual employees, don't see them going away. Work from home, don't see that going away anytime soon, because of the pandemic has kind of like got us used to doing that. But for those businesses who still need physical people, my God, if you're looking for a job, there are jobs everywhere. Might not be at the pay you want at the moment. Got to start somewhere, work your way up if you're first starting out, or, you've been out of the workforce for a while, kind of have to start at the bottom, work your way back up, unless you've got the education and so on and so forth to back up a demand for higher pay. That's just how it is. But yeah, work from home, we can certainly get that. If you're not already doing it, if you need it set up, or you need to hire virtual employees and you need that access set up, we can certainly do that for you. So virtual machines, virtual computers, absolutely. And the same is true for virtual servers. That was something that was asked of me a few weeks ago. Is it possible to set up and expanding their network, is it a possibility of doing a virtual server like, Server 2019? Yes, it is absolutely possible to do a virtual server, and then using a VPN system such as Hamachi, or the VPN system that's built into Server 2019. Yes, you can do it that way, and then just use virtual machines to connect to the virtual server. There you go. So yeah, it can be done, and again, we can set that up. You can either buy it outright or you can rent it, and we can go from there. So, but yeah, pretty much it for the week. Of course, we all know about what's going on with the gas shortage. Hasn't really affected our area a whole lot, other than bumping up our prices. So again, I've always said this when it comes to these scammers: if I could drop a small tactical nuke on these people, I would. But what can you do? So just keep your antiviruses up to date. If it sounds too good to be true, if someone's trying to scare you into something, I had a client this week. I literally delivered and set up a brand new computer. I missed installing a piece of software for her, and instead of calling me, she looked up the phone number to contact AOL, and it wasn't an AOL, it was a scammer. They remoted into her computer and said, tried to say, her entire network was infested with Trojans and and they used the NetStat to scare the bejesus out of her. She got a hold of me. I said, NetStat is a common program. I can do this at any time without, just disconnect, never let that person back in. I said, and if you go look at your downloads folder, all of your software is there just ready to be installed. I just missed that one. And, could have called me right away, because I did set up remote access on her computer so I could, jump in there and fix up things. So, yeah. So, yeah, don't trust anyone unless you can physically slap them. Don't trust anyone with your computers. And that's the comment and tried and true method I tell everyone. We're local. We're here in town in Clyde. Even if you live in Norwalk, you could physically drive over and slap me if I screw up something. So that's the thing to remember. When it comes to these people, don't trust the phone numbers unless you have it on a bill or an invoice to call. Don't look up numbers on the internet, especially for something like that, because most of the time it's scams. So, but yeah, that's what's going on, at least for this week's video. Remember, don't let people into your computer if you don't need to. If you need a virtual computer for virtual employees, we can set that up for you. We can either run them out of your office, run them out of my office. You can buy the system outright, or you can rent it, however you want to do it. And that's pretty much it for this video. Didn't have a whole lot to talk about, simply because it's been a slow week. And just, getting back to everything, I just put it out there that we have dropped our mask mandate for the store. So, yep, you can come in not wearing a mask. I'm not going to complain. We'll just leave the plastic up probably until Friday, next Friday, and we'll go from there. So, you guys have a great week. I will talk to you later. Questions, comments, put them in the comment section down below in this video. If not, you can find us over on Facebook. There's our address. Like, share, subscribe to the video and to the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. Share it with all your friends. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.